Oroville, with just 5 weeks to go until they have an operational spillway, the lake level is at 715 feet, just 15 feet from their goal. Outflows are about 6,500 CFS and inflows are just a trickle. We received 4 or 5 inches of snow in the High Sierra late last week, but that's already melted, and the warm temperatures and dry conditions are forecast to continue for the next week or so.
It has been a tough couple of days for folks living in and around Corona near the Canyon Fire. That's about an hour or so southeast of Los Angeles. Over the past few days, the blaze has grown to more than 2,000 acres, and now there are more than 1,600 fire personnel battling the fire from the ground and in the air. Mandatory evacuations are in effect for nearly 500 homes in neighborhoods around the fire, particularly the Dominguez Ranch neighborhood. And right now, as you mentioned, there is only 15% containment.
Wind is still doing some pretty crazy things. As you can see, we got a little bit of wind right now. So we're kind of waiting to see what that wind does and just make sure it's safe for the people to come in here and continue their lives.
While no homes have been lost, some have been damaged. It was certainly heartbreaking for some folks. One resident, Kathy Reichert, got a call just 1 hour after evacuating. She came home to find embers from the fire had landed on her roof. She had water damage and most of her ceiling was on the floor, but firefighters were able to act fast and save her home from burning to the ground.
I got a call from a neighbor who said, "Your house is on fire," and I went, "Oh my God," I couldn't believe it. Why our house?
No word yet on how the Canyon Fire started. Now, typically, fire season in California lasts through September 24th. But officials say with the warm temperatures in the 80s and 90s right now, the season could last well into October. Shannon, back to you.
All right, Anita Vogel, live for us in Los Angeles. Thank you.
We'll get the latest numbers from DWR in their bi-weekly press conference next Wednesday, and more scintillating questions from the media. With 600 employees working in 2 shifts, workers are blowing and going to meet the November 1st deadline. Now let's go down the spillway, take a close-up photograph of each section and compare it to last week and see what kind of progress is being made. Off to the far right, just out of view in this photograph, is the huge spoil pile that came out of the Thermalito diversion pool and is the primary source of aggregate for the RCC. You can see they've used up quite a bit of that, but there still appears to be plenty left. Here's the emergency spillway and secant cutoff wall, and it looks like they got the power lines down off the shoe fly connection. So the power has been rerouted around the spillway and the emergency spillway for the Hyatt power plant. There's the old shoe fly wooden power poles.